We will talk about a big change at Ripple Labs and how it affects the XRP ecosystem in this film. Matt Hamilton, who used to work at Ripple as a director, confirmed rumors that the company is about to burn more than 14.5 billion XRP from their trust. A recent statement from a Ripple representative revealed this action, which is set to happen in 2024. The representative said that the company burned about 29% of the total amount of XRP that is on hold right now. Doing something like that would have big and far-reaching effects. It is expected that the burn will happen any day now. This will greatly reduce the amount of XRP available, which will cause its price to rise. As we move into the first quarter of 2024, it and #039 is clear that people are excited about this possible burn. Its value would skyrocket to levels never seen before, maybe even reaching thousands of dollars per coin. The first thing we should do before we get to today and #039 as subject is some cleaning. If you want to be a part of our active group, please click the like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. This change has quickly become one of the most important changes in the Bitcoin field since it was first mentioned on December 21, 2023. In this video, we and #039 I'll talk about what might happen because of this large-scale XRP burn, why Ripple made this decision, and how it might affect XRP holders and the altcoin market as a whole. As this big event draws near, it and #039 is important to know how this might affect the ecosystem of digital assets and what it means for your XRP purchases. More than 11.6 million XRP have already been burnt, and the amount has been going down steadily. Multiple stories recently confirmed that Ripple plans to burn a huge amount of its XRP that is held in escrow, about 29 billion XRP, or almost 29% of their total holdings. This makes things even more complicated. This move could have a big effect on the value of XRP, and it could also change the way the market works in big ways. Ripple has been constantly buying large amounts of accumulating more than $8.4 billion since the start of their legal dispute with the SEC. This seems to go against what they are saying. According to Ripple, this strategy is meant to keep the market in a good mood. At first glance, burning and buying XRP at the same time may seem like two different strategies. But it all comes down to the complicated legal details of Ripple and #039's current case with the SEC. A lot of people think that a big XRP burn from Ripple and #039's lockup could depend on the SEC and Ripple reaching an unofficial agreement. This planned decrease in the total amount of XRP available and its subsequent rise in demand are expected to create a unique market situation. When Ripple loses access to its huge escrow funds, the need to buy XRP for practical needs like letting people use the RippleNet system to make payments goes up by a huge amount. With this in mind, Ripple has begun a plan to buy XRP back from the market and store it in a different wallet that won and #039 to affect the trust. Ripple and #039's latest changes to how they handle XRP have caused a lot of talk in the cryptocurrency world. Recently, Ripple was able to send $1 billion in XRP to pay for things in other countries. But it was a surprise that only 80% of this amount was put back into lockup. The other 20% was sent to a different wallet. This move has led to reports that Ripple and the SEC might be able to come to an agreement where Ripple would burn 80% of the XRP that was in escrow and keep the other 20% for operational needs. If this change is true, it fits with what researchers and experts say will happen. XRP and #039's value will go up a lot. The reasoning is clear. XRP is ready to meet the huge demand because the supply has dropped greatly and it can handle over $1.20 quadrillion in payments. This imbalance between supply and demand is expected to raise the price of XRP to a level that has never been seen before. A new statement from Ripple Labs says that US banks are now more interested in using XRP for digital transactions. This comes after they had some success against the SEC. This victory and the subsequent rise in institutional interest have made a huge difference in the market for XRP. The planned large-scale burn of XRP will likely cut the supply in half, making the race to get this digital asset even tougher. Additionally, many people who follow the market think that XRP and #039's short-term price could be around $1.352. This is because a major crypto trading fund recently said that it would sell the cryptocurrency. This evaluation looks at XRP and hashtag 039's power to handle big financial deals, the expected drop in supply, and the rising interest from institutions. Recently, there have been reports that Ripple Labs has made a big step forward. This would be a historic moment for the cryptocurrency industry. News sources say that the U.S. Congress has made Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple Labs, an offer for a settlement that would make the price of XRP about $329. This information shows that the laws that apply to Ripple Labs have changed in a big way. It and hashtag 039's easier to understand the background of this reported offer when we look at recent events involving Binance, which is another big player in the cryptocurrency market. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, was looking into Binance, but they recently agreed to a settlement deal. This is good news for both the exchange and the cryptocurrency community as a whole. A big sign of the SEC and hashtag 039's new approach is the deal that Binance and the agency made. The SEC seems to prefer settlements to long court cases. It looks like this is also how Ripple Labs works. Stuart Aldrode, the chief legal officer of Ripple Labs, says that more research shows that the SEC has made a similar settlement offer to the business. It and hashtag 039's important to note that Ripple has and hashtag 039 made the details of this offer or its response public yet. Experts say that if Ripple agrees to this deal, XRP could reach $352 by the fourth quarter of 2024. We and hashtag 039'll talk about what the CEO of Ripple said about the SEC settlement offer, which is what we and hashtag 039'll be talking about today. This is a very important step. This is especially true since the U.S. Congress is putting more and more pressure on SEC Chairman Gary Gensler to speed up a settlement of the case. A new article talks about how important this time is for Ripple as it deals with these legal issues and quotes Stuart Aldrode. The essay stresses how important this possible deal is and how it could change Ripple and hashtag 039's path, which would then affect the value of XRP. Stuart Aldrode, Ripple and hashtag 039's chief legal officer, talked about the first stages of the company and hashtag 039's lawsuit against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. As Aldrode said, Ripple Labs was given a settlement deal before the SEC officially filed a complaint against the business. Ripple finally turned down the first offer, which said that if they agreed to the terms, they could avoid going to court. Ripple turned down this offer because they were sure of their place and their ability to win. Being honest about this is very important because it shows that the SEC always wanted a settlement over a long court fight. But the SEC is facing more problems in the case, especially since they lost the important ruling that said XRP was and hashtag 039 a security for regular investors. This desire to settle has only grown. It is more important than ever to find an answer as more public and private groups use the XRP ledger. The SEC is under a lot of pressure right now to find a solution that takes Ripple and hashtag 039's stance and the wider effects on XRP and hashtag 039's legal status into account. It and hashtag 039's important to note that the U.S. Congress has begun to put pressure on SEC Chairman Gary Gensler to end the Ripple lawsuit. This pressure comes from people becoming more aware of XRP and hashtag 039's technology value, especially since it is now part of the FedNow payment system. There are more and more people in government who think that XRP should and hashtag 039 be considered a security. People are becoming more aware of XRP and hashtag 039's ability to make new millionaires as its value is expected to rise. The main things that are likely to cause this spike are the growing use of the technology behind the XRP ledger and the